Do you get super aroused when you go to the 99-cent store? Well, this is for you, because what we're going to be focusing on in this video is how to get super cheap clicks on Facebook. Oh, the dollar clicks. Remember those when you first got started? Everyone's like, dollar clicks, make $1 million a day. We're not going to get quite that cheap. But what I'm going to show you in this video, my fellow Hyruleans, by the way, this is Alex Becker, CEO of 𝗖𝗲𝗟, a company that helps everybody track their ads and get a much higher ROI on their ads and then feed it back to II and get even more ROI on the ads, that company. That's what I do. But more importantly, I'm going to be showing you in this video how to get crazy cheap clicks on Facebook by what I've done to get really low clicks on Facebook. But more importantly, get the actions that you're looking for, the sale, the CPL, the clicks as well, and the views much cheaper than everybody else. I've used this in e-commerce. I've used this in SaaS. I've used this in consulting and info businesses. Even if you're selling kangaroos, this will probably work for you. So we're just going to dive straight into it. Okay, guys, so this is going to be super weird. Because if you're watching this video, you probably look at all your stats in your Ads Manager. You look at the CPM, cost per view, that's cost per click, cost per click. And all the time when I help people with their ads, they usually have huge spreadsheets with all these stats, and this is what they think determines or is the indicator of how well their ads are doing. So originally when people first got on the Facebook, and still to this day, what they focus on a ton of times is cheap clicks. And I'm going to be straight up with you in this video. I tricked you into watching it because I know you probably are looking for cheap clicks too. But cheap clicks are not the thing you want to look for. They're an indicator of something else, which I'm going to show you. And if you understand this something else, you will get cheap clicks, but you also get cheap everything else. Because let's really understand one simple concept. We can take the 100 stats in the dashboard. All right, you can have an entire board with all your stats right here. But at the end of the day, there's really only two stats that matter in your business. Actually, there's only one. It's ROI. Every one of these stats could be completely out of control, just broken by standards. But if your ROI is large, then it doesn't really matter. If you're doing a 4x ROI, it doesn't matter. And so it's such a mistake to focus on these things right here. Now, there's also other indicators in your business that are going to indicate whether an ad is working or not. For example, if you're running a deep funnel that has an opt-in in the front of it, your indicator is going to be CPL, and the CPL is the main thing you want to be looking at, because if the CPL goes down, all of these stats right here go down as well. So if you just focus on what controls the CPL, which is the message behind the ad, the quality of your opt-in and understanding of your customer, then that's just going to go, it's going to plummet. And then these things will plummet as well. And it's so much easier to just focus on the message of your ad and your opt-in than it is all these other stats. The same thing applies with an e-commerce store. The main thing that actually matters is the cost per sale, which is going to be controlled by how well the ad performs, which is, again, you're thinking, well, isn't it all these things? Sort of. I'm going to show you how to get all these things super low without thinking about them. And then also the offer that you're offering. Okay, if you have a call funnel, it's going to be cost per call. And then all of these, the only thing that actually matters behind all of these ones is ROI. And the crazy thing about this is in almost every business I see, people operate around the cost per lead or cost per call because they can't actually track their ROI, which is, again, I'm not going to pump 𝗖𝗲𝗟𝗟 in this thing, but if you don't see the ROI of your ads truly, and you're missing like 50% of your sales, you're optimizing around bogus stats, and I guarantee you're losing like 20, 30% a year. Try out 𝗖𝗲𝗟𝗟. Anyways, so look, what you need to do instead is this. When I'm running an ad, okay, and how I get my ads super cheap, and let me show you this concept right here in Google to make it a little bit more clear. So you're probably thinking, all right, but isn't this about Facebook? Yes, but it's just so much easier to show you this because YouTube's a little bit more straight to the point because there's less variables. You just have a video. On Facebook, you have ad copy, you have the video, you have the images, you have the headline. There's a lot of things to play with. And so, well, let's just keep it simple like this. You can see right here my cost per view on YouTube. What most people are going to try and do on Facebook and YouTube is they're going to try and control their cost per view by editing their targeting and their demographics and all the their bidding. They're going to try and bid to lower their cost per view. So check this out right here. You can see three different messages right here. This one is actually really, really blatantly obvious. So you can see, here's a message right here where the focus of the ad is save 20% on ads. Okay. The message of this ad is how AI can be used to scale ads. These are two different messages. The communication in both these ads is focusing on two different benefits. And so you can see right here, the cost per view on this video is 30 cents. The cost per view on this video is 11 cents. Why? Because this concept, this message, this benefit is far more attractive to the viewer than this one. This is what's going on right here. So the way you actually get cheap clicks and cheap views is not to play with your targeting. I could go out there and play with the targeting on this ad, the demographics and all the bidding. I could maybe get this down to 25 cents. There's no way I could plummet it much further because people don't respond to this benefit. This message right here doesn't stand out to them. This one right here stands out to them like a sore thumb. So then let's look at these ads right here. Okay, again, we see this one right here, scale ads. Scale ads, 38 cents per view. This one focusing on AI, 21 cents per view. But then we can also look at the different messages of the AI. So this benefit right here, you can see, really doesn't respond to customers. Customers they just don't care about saving money on their ads. That's why the cost per view is high. Not because the targeting or some toggle inside of AdWords is messed up. Now, if we come down here, we can see different messages from this. AI and locks ads. I'm pretty sure this one right here focuses on a different message and it's shot from my iPhone. This one right here at my desk, where I have a different message at the start of the ad, I believe this one right here talks about the benefits of ads. This one talks about AI scaling ads. Okay, this one talks about how AI optimization works. People are interested. What am I seeing from this? People are not interested in saving money on their ads. They're not really interested in how AI optimization works. They are interested on AI optimization scaling their ads further. And so this tells me what the customer's thinking. And if I want to get cheap clicks, if I actually go and look at the cost per conversion, I'm sure this all lines up right here. We're just going to stick to cost per view right here. You're going to see that this ad right here simply performs better. Okay. Now you can see over time, this one was the winner. Okay. So this one right here, it's focusing again on AI scaling ads. So this one is about 22 cents right here. Okay. And so you can see all the ones that focus on scaling ads are the winners. All the ones that focus on saving money or how it works are the losers. That's what you need to focus on with your ads. And so when you're looking at your Facebook ads, it's the exact same concept. And my Facebook ad account, it's really hard to show you this because I already know this, and so I converted all my ads to focus on scaling ads with AI. In fact, if you go and look at my main funnel right here, you can see that how 𝗖𝗲 uses AI tracking to instantly increase ad ROI. And so here's the bigger secret to everything I'm showing you right here. Yes, I totally tricked you to watch this video because I'm going to teach you the most powerful ad tactic there is. What you want to do with your ads is you want to see the messages in the ads that people connect to. So when you run Facebook ads, don't go out there and run like 5 ads and then look at their costs and then start playing with the demographics, the targeting, the age, the income, these things. These can come. I'm not saying these things are completely unimportant, but these are the things that are going to get you a 20% boost. What I'm showing you here is going to get you the 80% boost. What you want to do when you're running ads on Facebook or YouTube is make ads with different messages. So for example, how I got the high-risk ads to crush it. Okay, again, these things pump out. I spend about $3,000 a day right now. We do anywhere from $15,000 to, on good days, $35,000 revenue back. That's cash revenue. That's not payment plans. That's not like projected revenue. That's not including the MRR that comes from it. That's just cash in. And so what I'll do is when I was running the high-risk ads originally, I made one ad. Actually, I made 3 ads. I focused on increasing ad ROI. I made it on saving ad ROI. And then I made another one on just gains, just overall benefits. And then I made another one on AI. All right. And so when I looked at the cost per lead, which is actually what I look at, I don't even look at cost per view because here's the thing. The one with the lowest cost per view and the most clicks is going to be the one that people are most interested in. And so naturally, the one with the lowest CPL is going to usually have the lowest cost per view. So I don't look at these numbers right here. I'm just showing you exactly what I already know. That being said, when we go into it, I originally ran these ads and I noticed people really connected with AI, and then they also respond to this one, but they respond most strongly to the AI. So I scratched these 2 ones right here. All right. And so let's say my CPL, my cost per call at this time was like $350. All right, so we still do very well at HighRoast with that, but not as well as we could if it was lower, duh. All right, so what I did is I combined those two messages together. I said, okay, people really respond to AI, so what can I do? I made an AI ad focusing on scaling, an AI ad focusing on saving, an AI ad focusing just on the overall benefits, how it works, the tech behind it, and how you're behind the times. And then let's say I just added another concept. I don't quite remember. It was very clear to me that people instantly responded to this one. The CPL, the cost per call in these ones, I was originally running an opt-in first. The CPL was much lower on the opt-in page. Okay, so if I made this page originally, and I tried a few different headlines as well. All right, so this one worked really, really well in combination with the scaling ad. So I really noticed that people are very interested in the AI combination. But then what I did next is I just removed this opt-in and I switched straight to just a landing page that goes for the call. I noticed the ads that focused on scaling with AI did exceptionally well. And so what I then did, all right, now the cost per view and the cost per click plummeted, okay? And also the cost per call plummeted. So it got down from like $350 to like $250. And so then what I did is I looked at this page and I said, how can I make it line up with the ad? Because this is obviously the message that people respond to best. So what I then did is I changed the headline and I made the focus of the top of the page be about scaling ads with AI. Boom. Cost per call dropped to about $100 a call, $100 to $150 a call. I mean, a few days ago, we're getting like $50, $60 calls, and we close at an extremely high rate at HighRoast. And so that's how we get away with spending almost nothing on ads and doing such high ROIs. This is the secret to it. I know I tricked you to get here, but if you're focusing on your cost per click and your cost per view and and all of these other stats, you're confusing yourself, because what you need to be focusing on is not the stats. You need to be focusing on what customers are responding to. When you do that and then you focus your ad creative and your landing pages around what they're telling you they're interested in, all these stats will naturally start going down in the way you want them to. That's the lesson for today. And if you can then work your ad copy around that, holy moly. And then this is the fun little bonus tip for you. Check out these ads right here, okay? Check how little I spend on these things. Look at the cost compared to the ROI, $198,000 to $5,000, $32,000 to $10,000, $1,400 to $42,000. What you need to focus on next, and I want to point out right here, I'm not looking at Google stats. So, and more of the stories, focus on the ads that are actually getting an ROI, because I look at cost per call and CPL, add to carts, or whatever other metrics you might be looking at, but what I really optimize around is this right here. Okay, and then the reason why these ads do really well is because then I pass this data back to Google, I pass this data back to Facebook, and it optimizes around this data right here, not cost per call and cost per lead like so many people do. And so my final tip for you, if you're obsessed with stats, actually track the correct stats and then optimize around ROI. Ignore everything else. Make and optimize your funnel around what customers are telling you they're interested in. Your CPL, your CPV, all the stats will go down. And then when you do that, then focus on and optimize and scale your ads based around ROI, not those relevant stats. You could have the best CPL, cost per click on planet Earth, and if you're not pumping out an ROI, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Okay, and by the way, what I'm using to track this with is HighRoast. I'm not trying to be biased. I'm not trying to throw it in your face. There is no other tool on planet Earth that does this, okay? And puts it in your ad manager like this and then passes it all back to it. There's no tool that uses the Facebook API like we do. So if you're interested in that, you should check out the link below this and book a call with us. Again, we have a 90-day refund guarantee on it. If you don't see stats that increase your ad ROI, our AI training doesn't improve your ad ROI, you don't pay for it. Now, the next thing I also want to give you or tell you is, if you go look at this page right here, I made a video yesterday that breaks down this copywriting right here. And so this is another thing that's going to really increase your ROI as well. That's it, guys. That's all I have for you today. I'm going to be pumping out 3 to 4 videos a week, so be sure to subscribe. Be sure to hit that like button. Let me know the feedback you have. I'm trying to grow this channel really fast right now and give you guys the best ad content online. Again, the reason why I'm doing this, and I'm not holding anything back, is because if you learn something and grow your ads, you're going to run into tracking issues, and or you're going to be upgrading your HighRoast account. So it works for me, so I'm just going to tell you everything I know, and so that's why you should subscribe. Finally, last thing, if you want to actually help scaling up your ads and getting results, I've helped literally hundreds of businesses scale past multi 6 figures, 7 figures, and 8 figures you can book a consulting call with me below, and we'll show you exactly how to plug in the YouTube ads and scale your business. That being said, check out the videos at the end of this video. I have so much content on this channel for you. There's a full Facebook advanced course. There's a full YouTube advanced course. There's everything I'm doing behind my ads there as well. Check it out. This has been Becker. I'll see you in the next video. Probably releasing our schedules now Monday, Wednesday, and Friday.